Welcome back to the Blue Teaming series. In the last video, we decoded the entire ArcSight architecture like some high-budget sci-fi movie. Today, in part 3, we're getting fully hands-on because theory without action is just PowerPoint. And we don't do PowerPoint here. Today we're installing an ArcSight SmartConnector, the actual heart of the SIEM. This little guy is responsible for grabbing raw logs from devices, cleaning them up, adding some CF magic sprinkle, and forwarding them straight to Logger or ESM. Basically, SmartConnector is the maid, plumber, electrician, and courier service for your SIEM, all in one. So let's begin. First things first, create a clean folder for your connector. Always make a new folder. It keeps your system organized and stops future you from blaming past you for being messy. Once your folder is ready, go to your installer and launch it. The first 2 pages are basically ArcSight saying, "Hi, welcome, I exist." So we click Next, and Next again. Don't change anything like a good responsible adult. Now comes the real decision point, choosing the connector type. ArcSight gives you more options than a Zomato menu, but honestly, for 90% of life's problems, we choose Syslog. If your device is normal, go with Syslog Daemon. If it's some next-gen, modern, alien spaceship-looking device, you might use Syslog-NG. But today, we'll stick with Syslog Daemon because that's what most organizations actually use. Simple, reliable, and it doesn't cry at 2 a.m. Next, we configure the port, IP, and protocol. Port goes in the box. IP should be set to all, so the connector doesn't discriminate. For protocol, choose UDP or TCP depending on how your device sends logs. If the device config says UDP forwarder equals false, that's your clue it wants TCP. Click Next, feeling powerful. Now we pick the destination. This is where your connector will send logs. You've got options like send to logger, send to manager, or send as human-readable CEF file. If you want to build parsers later, you can even choose raw syslog. But in our case, we'll send logs to Logger, so choose ArcSight Logger Smart Message. Then type the IP and the receiver name, and don't worry, the receiver will be created in the next video. Next up, naming your connector. Give it something clean, professional, and not embarrassing. Please don't name it Test 123 unless you want your future teammates to roast you. After naming it, click Next. Now we install the certificate. This makes sure your connector and Logger/ESM talk securely like two spies exchanging secrets. Just click Next and let it do its job. Once the certificate is imported, you're almost done. Now you choose how you want your connector to live its life. You have 2 personality modes, service mode or standalone mode. Service mode is like having a responsible employee. It runs in the background, starts automatically, and never complains. Standalone mode is like an intern. It works only when the window is open and disappears the moment you close it. For production, always choose service mode. Click Next and complete the installation. Boom! Congratulations! Your smart connector is installed. But we're not done flexing yet. Let's verify it manually. Go to the current/bin folder inside your installation directory and run arcsight.batagents. This opens a live window where you can watch logs zoom in real time like the Matrix. You will feel like a proper SOC engineer for a moment. Let it run for a few minutes, confirm that logs are actually coming, and then press Ctrl+C, hit Y, and close it like a boss. Now go to Windows Services, find your connector service, and start it. That's it. Your connector is officially running and forwarding logs automatically. The pipeline is alive. Now before we move on, let's talk about the secret areas inside your connector, the stuff no one talks about on YouTube. First, the agent cache folder. This is where the connector stores logs temporarily when Logger or ESM is down, slow, or taking a coffee break. You'll find it here. /path/current/user/agent/agentdata. This folder is extremely important because it prevents log loss. If Logger is having a delay, or the network is lagging, the connector will quietly store all logs here until the SIEM is ready to receive them again. And here's the important part. Yes, you can delete the agent data folder, but you absolutely should not delete it if Logger is delayed or currently catching up. If you deleted while logger is behind, congratulations, you just deleted all the buffered logs. Your SIEM will have gaps, your SOC will scream, and someone will ask, where did the last 30 minutes of logs go? And the answer will be, you deleted them. So unless you enjoy chaos, leave agent data alone. Next, let's talk about the agent.properties file, the brain of the connector. It lives here. /path/current/user/agent/agent.properties. This file controls everything: caching behavior, time correction, aggregation, batching, parser loading, memory usage, and reconnect intervals. If you ever see a SIEM engineer staring at this file with coffee in one hand and stress in the other, just know, they are doing God's work. And now the fun part, parsers. If you ever create a custom FlexConnector, this is the folder where you drop your parser files. /path/current/user/agent/flexagent. Depending on what kind of logs you're parsing, you'll use different extensions. sdkregex for key value logs. sdkrefilereader for regex-based file readers. sdkregex for pure regex parsers. .properties for lightweight token-based parsers. This is where your connector learns new languages, understands weird log formats, and becomes powerful. Okay, now that the internal connector magic is clear, let's wrap it up.
Up to this point, your network or security team probably already did the device-to-connector server setup. Today, you configured the connector to SIEM path, which means your SIEM is now officially receiving logs, and you didn't break anything, which is always impressive. Now, in the next video, part 4, we're going deep into ArcSight Logger. We'll explore storage groups, devices, device groups, receivers, indexing, retention, and everything that makes Logger the backbone of the ArcSight ecosystem. It's going to be super practical, and honestly, you'll feel like an engineer by the end. If you're enjoying this Blue Teaming series and you want more real-world, hands-on cybersecurity content, drop a like, share this with your future SOC buddies, and subscribe. Because trust me, things are about to get even crazier. See you in the next video.